of the subject this morning that the Lord, I think, has truly given me to go ahead and get this behind us, okay? Because it's basic. It might be R-rated, but I felt for the last 2 or 3 days that I needed to talk about what's going on, homosexuality and perversity. So I'm sure all of you have had encounters with homosexual people. Most people have what we call latent homosexuality. There's a tinge of that probably in most people, where but no, some more than others. There are effeminate men, as the Old Testament calls them, tender, whatever, but they're not homosexual. Because part of the curse is God says, there won't be any tender men among you. Or I think that's the word. I have to look it up. So we can't just grossly say, as effeminacy is homosexuality. It's not. And there are tough women, that have kind of a masculine tendencies, so forth. Man, I don't know what to say. I better back off from there. Okay. But let's talk about how to deal with perversity, because it's all around us and it's increasing. And I've sought for years to understand this, because I've had homosexual people come to me. Not a lot. I've had homosexual people flirt with me. I've had homosexuals go to my wife and ask for me. Yeah, absolutely. And she said no. And I said no. So I've encountered these people, and it's just a story after story and so forth. And of course, we had a man here that was a flight attendant for American Airlines for years, and he was around 7, 8 years. We had a real problem with him because he was also an alcoholic. But when he was sober, he's the greatest guy you'd ever know. But when he got drunk, I mean, it was bad. It was perverse. So, and he said he wanted free. He said he wanted free. We went to his house. He would come here sometimes drunk, and so forth. But he died last year, finally. He provided me a pass on the airlines. I flew for about 6, 7 years with top companion pass. I had priority on American Airlines. I could go anywhere the same day, first class. And that was a real blessing, because at that time I was needing to travel. But anyway. So these people, are all around us. There's people that keep it secret, never come out of the closet, so to speak. But now the bottle's been uncorked by the Supreme Court of our nation, who just trampled all over God's Word and so forth. So you might want to turn to Romans 1, and we'll look at that for a minute. So, this is not an evangelistic sermon. It's not a deliverance sermon, unless you feel you need some deliverance from homosexuality, and I'm not kidding about that. I'm not kidding about that, okay? Verse 18.